Hello, stamping friends. Brenda Hillard here at createwithbrenda.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located in north central Minnesota. So today I want to share with you another project that uses product from the mini catalog. And the one I want to show you is, the set again is going to be the Dainty Delights bundle. And actually, I'm just using the stamp set today, but this can be found on page 55 in the catalog, and it is gorgeous. And I think if you look back in my videos, you'll find that I've done a couple of things using the Dainty Delight, the Dainty Delight bundle, and then it also coordinates with the Dainty Flowers in the celebration brochure on page 6. So when you buy the Dainty Delights bundle, it qualifies you to pick a free product or earn a free product out of the celebration brochure. So you can pick this beautiful Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper if you so choose. All right, so the other thing I wanted to mention is with celebration, and I did mention I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I need 2 new team members. I need 2 by the end of February. So if you've ever thought of joining Stampin' Up!, I would love to talk to you. I would love to be your team leader. I don't like calling it upline. That just doesn't work for me, but I would love for you to be part of my team, and I would love to help you in whatever way you choose to run your, I'm going to call it a demonstratorship, not a business, but a demonstratorship. And if you want to run it as a business, excellent. I would love to help you with that as well. So, is what I've got going on. Stampin' Up! Sets up when you're a demonstrator. Not only did I get to order my products over a month early from Go Live, but I have like sales incentives to meet, which those are fabulous. That's rocking. But I need 2 team members, 2, so that I can maximize my incentive with Stampin' Up! To earn the rewards as a demonstrator. So there's 3 options, you guys, 3 of them. Option number 1, you can get, as part of your starter kit, the exclusive Boho Blue mini machine. This is a $63 value plus your choice of $175 out of, or any of the current products. So it can be the mini catalog, it can be the annual catalog. There will be all kinds of things for you to choose from. So that's option 1. Option 2 is you can choose the original white mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss die cutting machine. This is a $63 value. Your choice of $175 in Stampin' Up! Products for just $129. So you can have this one and $175, your choice of product, or this one, the Boho Blue, for $129. Option 3 is you can just choose $175 in product for just $99. And I can help you with that. It's not hard. If you want to join and you do the $99 and you get your product and you're just like, oh, I don't think this is for me, that's okay. That's okay. You tried it. And if you do the $99 or the $129, and want to stay with it, ta-da, I'm here. I'm here to be your coach. So think about it. Reach out to me at the links below, and I would be happy to help you every step of the way. All right, so let's get started with our project. This is kind of a cool, and it's not even kind of, it's a really cool project. And I just need to get my pieces out here for us. Is all it is I have a piece of basic white cardstock that's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Look at this adorable paper. I'm going to grab my paper sample so you can see just how cute it really is. Look at this, you guys. Country gingham. How adorable, right? And the coordinating colors, balmy blue, mint macaron, and the petal pink, and then sweet sorbet. But look at all the different, these are the front, back, and so on. Pretty colors. All right, so that's the country gingham, and that's a 6 by 6 pack. So I have a 1 inch by 5.5 inch strip. I have two pieces actually that measure 3 1/4 by 4.5. And is what I've done on this one, and I did it ahead of time. I should have shown you using that fancy new boho blue, but I just die cut. And this is from the framed florets. It's this one. I wanted to just cut this oval out of here to make a template, okay? So that's what I've done there. And again, that's from the framed florets. Those two are in the January through April mini catalog, so check that out. All right, so what I want to do with this is I'm just going to tape it down to my placemat, and I'm just going to use some low tack tape, okay? So I matched it up here on my grid. I'm going to tape it down up at the top, making sure I don't get tape in the top of my oval. Then I'm going to take my piece and I'm just going to set it underneath here because they're the same size. So I just match up my edges. Okay, I'm going to take one more piece of the low tack tape and add that to the bottom, again making sure I didn't get into the oval there. And I need to bring in my trimmer. I have one more. I just noticed I had one more piece that I needed for this that I was missing, so let me just cut that quickly. It's a piece of Blushing Bride, and that is going to measure 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. Okay, so Blushing Bride 3, and I'll put all the measurements down below the video in the description so you can check them there. But is what I want you to watch is kind of the magic that happens here with this technique I'm going to show you. So I threw all my other strips away, but I just have a piece of printer paper here, and as all I'm going to do is tear it in like an up and down fashion, okay? And I'm going to make all different edges. That's what I want. I really don't want a lot of like sharp edges, but you know, a couple are fine. Okay, so here's our pile of torn paper. Very technical, isn't it? Yes. My color choices, I'm going to be using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to be using Mint Macaron and Blushing Bride. Okay, you can see that I made like 45 of these because I've kind of made a mess of my stamp pads, but I wanted to share this with you. So this is really kind of fun, and it introduces you to look at the mini blending brushes. Are they adorable or what? All right, so I have one for Blushing Bride and I have one for Mint Macaron. Okay, so let's start with our project here. I'm going to take my torn paper and I'm just going to lay that right up here. dip my blending brush into my ink pad, and I'm gonna go in a circular motion, just blending color onto, or into, I should say, that oval. Pretty, right? I'm gonna flip this over, angle it a little differently, ink up, and again, my circular motion. Let's try a different piece here. So I can go this way. And can you see the background that we're getting? It's so pretty. It looks like a morning sunrise or an evening sunset. And again, this is the Blushing Bride ink. These are the small blending brushes that you'll find in the mini catalog. I'm going to do a little straight piece here to kind of make, so we can start fixing in our horizon, okay? And if that's feeling just a little bit too light, you can just lightly blend over the top. So there we have our background. Now I'm going to take my mint macaron and I'm going to use, I'll use this piece, ink it up. And I'm just going to start blending. And I blend right into the color, the Blushing Bride and the mint macaron. Okay. I'm going to take another piece here that's not quite so jagged. And I'm going to go, just keep blending and moving this around right down to the very bottom. And then I just let the bottom of the oval be my template. Okay? Move these off to the side. And I'll move my little strips. And then with our low tack tape, I'm just able to lift this up. And there is our background. Isn't it pretty? And as this Blushing Bride dries, it does get lighter in color. So that's kind of a cool technique. Now I'm going to bring in the stamps from the Dainty Delight bundle, and I'm going to be using this swag right here with the words "Celebrate You." So let's bring in our ink. I'm going to ink this up well, and then I want to stamp that just over here on the left side. I just love how that background just makes this pop. I'm going to bring in our sentiment that says "Celebrate You." Isn't that pretty? And yet it's so simple. But I wanted to show you just how fun these blending brushes can be and how to make a fun little background with them. So to finish off this card, remember this piece measured 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. This one measures 3 3/8, and I said I'll put these on in the description below. And then this one is 4 5/8. So is what I want to have happen here. I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal. I think my Stampin' Seal is just about empty. I can see the red tape coming to the top. There it goes. All right. I'm going to set that down on here so that I just have that 1/8 of an inch border. I just want that little hue of color. Okay. Let's bring in our card base. I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal to my 1 by 5.5 inch piece. I want to put that right over here, about 1/4 of an inch from my score line. And I can see that I didn't cut this exact, so I'm just going to use the edge of my card as my template to take that little snip off from there so that it's all, my edges are even. Match up my edges, give my card base a good fold with the bone folder. I'm going to flip this over and, ooh, I just cleaned out my dimensionals. How nice. I love when you use up all those edges. Like I said, I did about 45 of these for a demonstrator card swap coming up. And so it was nice to be able to use up, like I said, some of the edges from my dimensionals. All right, so now I just want to center that here. Look at how soft and pretty that is. And now kind of the finishing touches I have for this is I have my linen thread. I'm going to fold it in half. I know that these double bows are not for everybody, but I really like how they look. And I really do like tying bows is okay for me. I know tying bows for some people is just like, oh, heck no, I'm not doing that. But I'm going to snip. And then taking one of my glue dots, I'm just going to put that down here where the stems cross on my piece. And then one more thing I had. So I had quite a few of these 2021, 2023 in color gems or opal rounds. And I had used them on one of the cards in one of my retreats. And so there was just a smattering of colors left. So is what I did, and I found that even the fresh freesia worked okay, but I took the bigger one and put it right by the edge of the oval, and then I took a smaller one and put that just right above. And I thought just those two on there was enough to give it some sparkle. It draws your eye to the sentiment. So there we have a technique background, how to make the template, how to blend the colors by simply tearing a sheet of scrap paper and moving it down as you blend. I hope you'll give this technique a try. And most of all, I hope you'll join my team. 2 people. I need just 2 people by the end of February. I know I can do it. So if you thought about it, give me a jingle. Until next time, bye for now.